This video is brought to you by the absolute mess that is the Aria Top 50 Singles charts. Nowhere else in the world will you see Iris, Riptide, and Mr. Brightside sitting alongside Taylor Swift, TikTok flash in the pans, and the Australian music industry grovelling at the Kid Leroy's feet. You ever just wake up one morning and feel like making a think piece on white rappers? No one has. But I need to segue into this week's topic.
Am I doing too much? Do you understand my slang and get my sense of humor?
The trending tab on YouTube this week alone is flooded with 3 very popular white rappers of the moment. Namely, Kid Leroy, Central C, and Jack Harlow, who we'll be looking at today. But why Jack Harlow over the other 2? Well, I've already covered Kid Leroy this year, and frankly, I have nothing to say about Central C. Maybe if Scooter Braun adopts him and starts pushing him as his own personal Post Malone, I'll give him the time of day. But as it is, the most noteworthy feature of him is that shitty homophobic line from that song where he tried shooting his shot at Doja Cat.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Modern Shakespeare. No. The other reason we're looking at Jack Harlow is because he's reappeared on the trending radar with his newest release, Lovin' on Me. And the immediate discourse surrounding the song was fascinating. Not the usual vomit of, this new singer releases a new song and it's an absolute mood, moment, or vibe. No. The first article I saw was more like the British PM announcing that they're about to go to war with Germany. This morning, we received word of an upload to Jack Harlow's YouTube channel. I have to tell you now that the sample was used respectfully and effectively. So consequently, this Jack Harlow song, it's good. I was always under the interpretation that he was just generally liked. I mean, I've seen more than a few of his music videos in the trending tab, and honestly, he hasn't done anything outwardly offensive enough to justify any amount of hate. He just seems easily ignorable. I was actually considering doing a deep dive on Jack Harlow, trying to get an understanding of his style in his music videos, his common visuals, his themes, and his trends. And while doing research, I discovered that that would have been a tremendous waste of time. In a large portion of his videography, I'm talking like 3/4 of his released music videos. All he does is just what I'm calling rap rubric crew shit. It's the type of music videos that feel like a qualification or a debt you have to pay off before you're allowed to make music videos that don't make the audience's eyes glaze over. I've seen literally hundreds of these music videos made before, from the nobodies to the most popular artists of the genre. It honestly seems like it's some secret necessity that rappers have to fulfill. You must film a video of you and your crew dancing and surrounding the camera. Bonus points if it's showing off cars, guns, or stacks of money. And bonus points if the song is heinously boring. And I get it. When you're first starting off, you don't have all the resources available to make the flashy videos with special effects and intricate sets. But a lack of budget has never been an excuse for a lack of creativity before. And just as well, there are very, very few songs in his entire videography that I'd call enjoyable to listen to. It's all just kind of bland, generic white noise.
If you'll pardon the pardon.
And that ends up making it exceptionally hard for me to get invested in his music videos. The lyrics in these songs might be the most profound poetry of this generation, but I am never going to know. What you need to understand is, there's a hierarchy to things that people generally consider when evaluating a music video. Firstly, is the video itself. The visuals, the editing, the ideas, the narrative. If something is eye-catching or visually interesting in the video, audiences are more likely to want to give it more attention. Secondly, is the music. And the power of the music video is that the music and visuals work in tandem with each other. Even if the visuals aren't garnering much interest, the music has the capacity to compensate for it in the same way that great visuals can compensate for an annoying or unlikable song. But quite far behind these two is the lyrics. Because ultimately, strong lyrics aren't able to compensate for a bad video or bad music. Because if the video is bad, you may as well just listen to the song rather than watch it. And if the music is bad, you're probably not going to listen through to the end anyway. So now that we have the context of understanding just how low the bar is for Jack Harlow, let's take a look at Lovin' on Me.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is...
Well, he's not exactly breaking the mold, is he? I mean, it's about halfway to being a rap rubric. He's just dancing with friends. The only difference is that this is slightly better edited than his other videos, and he's got some colourful backgrounds to work with. I'll be honest, the word that keeps flashing in my head when I look at this music video is lazy. This is the type of video that looks the most like the director just said, dance around a bit, enjoy yourself. It's the same energy as
Pikachu uses Thunderbolt! Pika-Pee! Big Ow! Venusaur! Oh no! Counterattack with whatever you feel like, man! Wait, hold on, what?
We've seen this before in music videos like Happier. You just film them singing the song a couple of times across different backgrounds and let the editor decide what goes where. And this type of off-the-cuff, improvised music video comes across generally as really mellow and chill. But done poorly, it also comes across as really low effort and directionless. Like, every shot here just comes across as the first take. Gotta fill that data with something. I don't know. Hey, Jack, flip off the camera. Why? I don't know. It shows he's not soft. Doesn't match with the vibe of the song at all. No, but who cares? Lunch just arrived and I want my tuna melt. And the lack of direction isn't where it stops. The editing also gives off a similar vibe. You know the benefit of filming multiple run-throughs of a song on sets like this? You get a wide variety of shots to work with. You should get such a wealth of shots to work with that you should almost be spoiled for choice, even if they only redid it a few times. So why is it that we have multiple duplicated shots throughout the course of the video?
I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack.
Like, I get this is kind of nitpicking, but unfortunately, I'm doing what I think the director didn't want anyone to do, watching the video a couple of times. But there is a reasonable number of shoots happening with a change in background and extras. I'm still not sold that you need to be doubling up this much. It also just seems like there's no communication between the editor and the director as well. One of the shots in particular features one of the extras eating a white ice cream cone. Very clearly a play on the opening line, "I'm vanilla, baby." So, if it's meant to be a visual that very clearly fits the first line of the chorus, why is it a shot that only appears at the very end of the video? With all the cuts smashing into each other almost randomly, and the shot choice seeming to have no progression, this video simultaneously seems rushed and not very well thought out. And the song's content is really nothing to write home about either. Actually, that's not true. The song is great, up until Jack opens his mouth.
Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA, she's an alpha, but not around your boy, she get quiet around your boy, hold on.
Ignoring that this overall beat writing the A phonetic is unbearably unpleasant, he says he likes that she's an alpha, an AKA. An AKA is a Alpha Kappa Alpha, a woman with the entire package, elegance, intelligence, and social dominance, according to Genius anyway. However, she's not an alpha round your boy, so he likes that she's elegant, intelligent, and socially dominant, except when she's with him, where she's apparently clumsy, dumb, and submissive. Yikes.
She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy.
I must admit, it took me an unreasonable amount of time to get the spotted pun here. To be honest, I was confused with the cheetah print being something that insists that she wants to be seen, because cheetahs have the spots the way they do, specifically for camouflage, to avoid being seen. So I don't mind being made to look like a bit of a dumbass for not understanding the clever double entendre here. The entire second verse seems to have completely abandoned any of the first verse's intent to illustrate Jack Harlow as this super sought-after icon.
All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day, let your tongue hang out, fuck everything.
Instead, it adopts some of the softest background A's I've ever heard, and several lines could have well been stolen from Justin Bieber, as he uses about 60 words to say what could have adequately been described with 0. Wait a minute. A Jack Harlow song that uses a good sample that's immediately ruined when he opens his mouth, where he abandons the gimmick that he sets up for himself midway through the song, complete with unbelievably laughable lyrics. This is just first class again.
I've been throw up the sex in
That explains why I'm giving this so many chances. I've got an unreasonable amount of goodwill built up towards First Class. The original song that this samples, Fergie's Glamorous, I really like it a lot.
Golden diamond rings, all them things don't mean a thing. Chaperones and limousines, shopping for expensive things.
Like, it's just this really enjoyable song that perfectly captures a vibe of decadence while also being relaxed and effortless. So, similar to how I continued to listen to I'm Good by David Guetta and BB Rexa, despite its obvious lack of quality because I liked hearing the sample, I found myself eager to listen through the entirety of First Class, despite the fact that Jack doesn't do the sample justice at all.
I can see the whole city from this balcony.
I should start by saying that there are a lot of things that work. The video itself is a big artistic departure from his usual crap. Shots that are thoughtfully assembled, and set pieces that are much more than just stock archetypes. He's not just on a beach, or at a baseball diamond, or in a diner. He's not just on the tarmac of the airport surrounded by his crew. This shot here in particular, I think is so brilliant because of how it syncs up the letters on the road with the beat. There's also some shots that are dumb, but they do work to build this type of playful character that I think he's been trying to cultivate. Mainly I'm talking about the flaming hard drive and that dumb toothpick bit. But the idea of him hiring a model to stalk him is also pretty funny in a way that he can't be unaware of. And in terms of the music, the way he plays with the letters in the sampled chorus is really creative. Except for the part where he just gives up on the gimmick midway through. Like, would it really have been that hard to ad-lib some shit for the O-R-O-U-S?
I've been throw up the sex in the maker wherever we in the hole.
I just threw that shit off the top of my head. It's not amazing, but it's better than just giving up after doing the 3 easy ones. It's the lyrics that really let First Class down, honestly. The chorus isn't even the only part where he attempts a gimmick, and then it seems like he abandons it midway through.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, I am. They say you a superstar now, damn. I guess I am. You might be the man, well, that's unless I am. Okay, I'll confess I am. Go ahead and get undressed, I am. Okay, cool, you on Sunset?
I am.
I'm about to slide, okay.
I don't even like this verse. The lyrics are fucking stupid, and randomly dropping to silence on a weak line gives off the idea that he just gave up. And the entire rhyming scheme of the second verse really gives me the shits. It's a running trend I see in a fair few songs of his, where he just rhymes the same word with the same word for a number of lines. And let's talk about those lyrics.
I don't care what frat you was in, you can't out for me. Keep dreaming. Pineapple juice, I give a sweet semen. I know what they like, so I just keep cheesing.
I like how it sounds like he's trying to self-censor his own lyric. Like he's singing this song in the car while his grandmother is driving.
What frat you was in, you can't out for me. Keep dreaming. Pineapple juice, I give a sweet semen. I know what they like, so I just keep cheesing.
I don't think it's a bad music video or song. There is a lot to talk about, but I'm definitely not declaring it good. And even then, it's miles ahead compared to Lovin' on Me.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
It's music videos like this that demonstrate a particular perspective that really worries me as someone who loves music videos as art. It's this perspective that music videos are just an obligation. It's a quota to meet. It's something that you have to do to promote the song. It's a chore. The pinup here is astoundingly lazy, from the editing to the sets to the costuming. The most distinctive feature out of Jack Harlow's videography that I can take from this video, ignoring the song, is that he's holding a dog, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't done that before. And Jack Harlow's other videos are doing nothing to quell my concerns. The diversity in music video types, his content, and his visual style is shockingly pathetic. All interchangeable, forgettable pinups with nothing special or unique about them. Almost every other artist that's been stuck with the label of white rapper has some sort of appeal or uniqueness that distinguishes them, not just from other white rappers, but from anybody else in the genre altogether. Jack Harlow doesn't have any such distinction. And it's a sad indictment of the current state of his videography that I'd wish he'd be a little bit more like Drake. Because then his videos would at least elicit the faintest amount of an emotional response. As it is, I don't care anymore. I have Christmas music to study up on, and I have more faith that someone covering All I Want for Christmas Is You is going to demonstrate more creativity than Jack Harlow will in any of his music videos.
Wow, what a great song by Jack Harlow. I should leave a comment. A music video that breathes life into a song and paints a new realm before your eyes, akin to an enchanting journey through a world of colors and energies.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
Every time I speak, she say, yeah, that sounds fine. I've been throw up the sex in a bullseye.
Get the fuck out.